Hello TL Travelers and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Right now I am recapping our travel tips and tricks and story times from our South America journey back in 2014. I am sharing with you some lessons learned and also some favorites and inspiration for your journey if this is something that you want to do one day. In our last video, if you missed it, we did a huge hike. We came through Chile and back into Argentina. And although I have been providing you guys a little bit of my insights as we traveled through Patagonia, I wanted to take today just to talk about the top 5 things that you should put on your bucket list for Patagonia to see and do, so that you have that in mind moving forward. A couple of things that I'm going to mention we have already done full videos on, and a couple of things that I'm going to mention we are going to be doing videos on moving forward. So this is really more just if you are planning your own trip to South America, especially Argentina, Chile, Patagonia, then yeah, this is gonna be a nice little resource for you and a good little jump off point reference for some of our other videos. But now that I have sufficiently rambled on and on, I am just going to jump right into it. Top 5 things that you should see/do on your trip to the Patagonia region of the world. So number 1 is going to be one that we have already done a video on, and I will link that down below so that you can get some more information. But that is Bariloche, or San Carlos de Bariloche in Argentina. It is a ski slope, ski town on the lake. It's got those Alps type vibes. There's a ton of beautiful scenery to experience there. You can get out on the lake and you can experience things like fishing and kayaking and all of those types of things depending on the season. And then also, of course, in the winter they have the mountains. You can go skiing, hit the slopes, do some snowboarding, all of those fun things. And at the end of the night, return to your cozy lakeside lodge and just enjoy the mountain town vibes. So definitely one of our favorite spots to visit while we were in Argentina. And I'm putting that on the list at number 1. Although I will say, these really are in no particular order. Number 2 is hiking Mount Fitz Roy, and that is what we talked about in our very last video. So if you want to hop back and check that out at some point, that was just an epic hike. I absolutely loved it. The views are amazing, and it's one of those hikes that you can only get the views that you get by doing the hike. You can't drive in or bus in. So you really get that sense of accomplishment once you really get there. The area around Fitz Roy is also just it's the hiking capital of the world. So there are hikes and views and glaciers and all of the things to see and do. Just definitely spend more than a few days just chilling and enjoying the hikes and views and wilderness around Mount Fitz Roy. Number 3 on my list is Perito Moreno Glacier. This is definitely worth the day trip. This is a huge glacier with viewing platforms that you can go exploring and enjoy different views, different angles of this massive glacier. But you can also go out and do glacier walks on the glacier as well. We chose in this instance not to do the actual glacier walk, but just to enjoy an afternoon walking around on the platforms, and then also to get out by the glacier by boat. And there was just something so amazing and so humbling about being, at the base of this glacier and hearing it sort of crack and crumble and move and breathe, if you will. It was just such a crazy cool experience. And the platforms as well, if I can remember correctly, also have a lot of information that you can read up on as you go. So it is the type of tour that you can just sort of go at your own pace, be very leisurely, and self-guide your way through it. So if you are going to be in the area, definitely Perito Moreno Glacier is one that I would add to your list. Number 4 is Torres del Paine, and this is a place that we definitely spent some time. This is 500,000 acres. Yes, I said it, 500 1,000 acres of beautiful scenery, wildlife, glacial rivers, just like the whole thing. There are a number of different treks that you can do in that area. We unfortunately didn't have the time to do like a multi-day trek. We just did a day tour by shuttle with like some smaller hikes dispersed through it. Still absolutely amazing. If you are short on time, I would still recommend making sure that you spend some time there. But yeah, if you're not short on time and you're an avid hiker, this is like absolutely 100% where you want to spend like the bulk of your time and just go exploring. And number 5 on my list is going to be Ushuaia. And this is one that I'm actually going to be talking about, dedicating a whole video to in the next video, mostly because we almost didn't make it. But Ushuaia is the southernmost city in the world, and it is also the jump off point for trips to Antarctica. So if that's something that's on your bucket list, you will probably end up in Ushuaia at some point. We went down there for the penguins and also like for the post office at the end of the world. Sounds ridiculous, but it was just like, you know, just one of those little like bucket list things. But yeah, definitely if you are traveling through Patagonia, check out Ushuaia. And if you are interested in more, make sure that you stick around for our next video where I get a little bit more into, you know, everything there is to see and do there, why we went there, how we got there, all of those fun things. But that's gonna be it for me for today and my top 5 Patagonia things that you should see and do. If you have been to the area and you have a recommendation, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. I would love to know what you loved or maybe didn't love about the area. And until I see you in my next video in Ushuaia, stay great, stay safe, and I will see you then. Bye guys.